In this video, we are going to go over client retention. I'm so excited that I get to share this because it was definitely something that I had realized, wow, all of my clients have been with me for 3 years. Like since I have gotten here, yeah, there's been people who have fallen away because you cannot please everybody. That is just not going to happen. But I end up getting my people. I have a list of about 60 clients, and when I go and look at the people that I have, they have been with me for 3 years. Of course there's new people, but what I'm saying is, like, the first time these people had came, they stayed with me. I want to tell you a little bit about what I did to do that. And I can let you know that it was unconsciously, because a part of it is just who I am as a person. And I just know that I like to show up as a genuine human being and treat people how I want to be treated. Good old home training, and just thinking through the thought process of being this person. Like, this person is literally paying their money to come and be serviced by me. There was days where I had things going on at home. Mind you, in the very beginning of me doing hair out here in LA, I was doing hair for 8 months. In the first year, for 8 months, I was sleeping in my studio and showering at the gym, but yet I was still able to retain my clients. They were still coming, and that's just how that had worked. So I sat down and I wrote these things out to think about, like, what did I do and how did I do it? There's 9 things that I came up with, and I'm going to share all of those with you, and I'm also going to give you a couple recommendations that will be very interesting to know. First things first was the workspace comfortability. And when I say this, it comes with a couple of things. You may not be able to afford a private studio and you may be inside of a shop, but if you are inside of a shop, then maybe you can talk with everyone who works there and just bring it to their awareness about the music that's being played, the movies that's being watched, or shows and TV shows that's watched during the time, the cleanliness of the place, the sanitation and the smell that's in there. Majority of the time is going to smell like hair, you know. Also the temperature of the building. Is it cold? Like, sometimes we keep it cold because of hair dryers and stuff, right? This is all part of the workspace comfortability. Sanitation, movie, music, TV shows, and the temperature of the space. I kept a space heater inside of my place just in case it got too cold in there. I would have that. And of course, if it's hot, like, it wasn't like that because it was AC. So maybe that, if you do struggle with that or you have that problem, that's something that you could think about looking into the solution. Can you get fans? Can you offer like cold water, or invest into a good fan, and you may have the good circulation going on in there that you're comfortable. I mean, your client is comfortable. Just keeping that in mind. A part of client retention as well is making sure that being able to book you is easy. If you are a person who decides that you do not want to have a booking site, which I high-key recommend as a business, I high-key recommend a business booking site. I would recommend that while the client is there, that you book their next appointment for them. Like, you ask them, do they want to book their next appointment? I did not do this, but my schedule was so busy that my clients be like, look, I'm about to book my appointment right now because you stay busy. Let them know, hey, like, you can go to my booking site. My availability is accurate, which means that you also want to make sure that you keep your availability accurate. Client retention, number 3. Listen, fight me, whatever you want. This is just me. And as things change, you can decide to run your business the way that you want. But here is another one of my things that kept me with client retention. I was not cheap, but I was not expensive. I was reasonable. And my thought process behind this was literally, I am good at braiding, and I know that I'm really good at braiding. And even though I'm really good at braiding, I had goals, and based off of my goals, that's how I made my decisions. And my thought process was like, I'm the one who's braiding. I'm the one doing the social media. I'm the one who is reaching out to these clients and running the entire business. So how can I make this better for myself or easy? So when I went to the pricing, I literally was like, I am going to get in the middle, because if I get in the middle, people won't just come to get their hair done when they have something going on. They'll come and get their hair done all the time. And I understand that, you know, your belief system. I was new to this, and I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that this was a career. So making sure that my prices was in the middle made sense to me, and it allowed me to have client retention. And the proof is in the pudding. The clients would say it. The reason I come to you, like, yeah, you not cheap. I'm gonna tell you this right now, you're not cheap, but I can afford you. So that's why I put that on the list of client retention. Number 4, woo, baby, listen, hair care. And what I mean by hair care is making sure that you are taking care of that person's hair properly. This is about how you comb it. Are you combing from the ends up? When you do feel yourself tugging, then and you're working with more coarse hair or whatever, you are making sure that you be mindful of that stuff. Let's go through a scenario of a client stepping in. I feel like this is going to help you understand. So when they come in, say they had braids before I put them under the shampoo bowl, the first thing that I do is I make sure that the hair is totally combed out, almost like an afro, because if there is still like bits and pieces of the hair still together, there's going to be knots, and after I pull them out that shampoo bowl, it's going to hurt more for me to comb it out. It's going to put more work on me, and it's going to hurt the client possibly. And also when I go in there to shampoo the hair, some of the hair may not be getting cleaned because it's locking up, and so that dirt is remaining inside the hair. This is my thought process. After I wash them, I spray their hair with heat protectant, then I comb it through, and then I kind of like just, next thing you know, I section it. I section it into sections. I don't just get to going and blow drying or whatever. And when I'm blow drying, I'm going from the ends up. And if the blow dryer ever gets caught, like I'm blow drying, if it ever gets caught, I don't pull it through. I release it and I work my way through there. But if you comb the hair really good, you got a good wet tooth comb, wide tooth comb, wet tooth comb, whichever one you call it. After I blow dry the hair, I go in, because the scalp is wet, the hair is dry, but the scalp is still wet. What I would do is I'll put it on the cool temperature. And also, if you have your cosmetology license or you know this, when you put it on the cool temperature, you close the pores back up. The pores will stay open if the hair is wet. But when you go in with the cool temperature, you close the pores back up. And this is helpful for when you braid the hair and the hair it has some type of, bondage, because you have closed the pores back up and the pores aren't open. What I'm saying is, after you blow dry the hair with the comb, go in and put it on a cool temperature and just feel with your hands like this and blow dry it without the comb, without combing it. You going in directly for the scalp. And also giving the hair a little massage as you're doing this. Clients be like, ooh, I can't wait for this part. I love this part. I just be mindful that the scalp is not dry. Just because the hair is dry don't mean that the scalp is dry. So do that. I learned that from going to get my own hair done and realizing like, hey, you may see that my hair is dry, but I feel my scalp and it's wet. Number 5 of client retention is going to be your communication, because communication is key in everything. Any relationship that you have is key. Here's communication. This is what I mean by communication in a couple different ways of client retention. One, when your client appointment is at 5 p.m. and you know that you're running more than 15 minutes behind. If it's more than 15 minutes behind, let your client know. Pause for a second, even if you are rushing and you trying to get done with the time. You know that you're behind and you know that it's more than 15 minutes. Give them a heads up way before the time. Like, you got an hour until their appointment, let them know, hey, I'm running 30 minutes behind. Also, when the person is sitting inside of the chair, letting them know if it's some things going on with their hair without being rude about it, right? Letting them know the health of their hair with saying it in a way that they still have an opportunity to make a decision for themselves. So you let them know, hey, I wanted to show you like your ends. They could use some clipping. If you want me to clip them, I can, but we could do that next time if you want to. Like just saying it in a way where they still feel in control without you taking control of them and telling them, hey, I'm going to clip your ends, or you need your ends clipped. It's the way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And communication, if you have to cancel an appointment or anything like that, just make sure that you already have something in lock to let them know, like, hey, I have an emergency. I'm not able to service you right now. Here's the options that I have. Is there anything that I could do for you? Let them know that, because that lets them know that you care and that you don't mean to be this way, but whatever. But if you just message someone and just be like, I'm canceling your appointment, or I can't do your hair, I got something came up, that's just, I'm not coming back to you. You wouldn't come back to you. So think about those things when you are communicating with your client. If you're enjoying this video, can you do a couple things for me, please? So first, can you like, and then also comment and let me know that you are enjoying this and that it was also helpful for you. I wanted to let you know that this is a video from my Ultimate Braiders bundle, which is a bundle that I had created for anyone who wants to turn braiding into a business. It comes with a course that has step-by-step tutorials on the exact techniques that I had used for growing my business and building my clientele and just client retention and all those different things. Also, it has 6 PLR products that you can resell, including how to turn braiding into a business, step-by-step, vendors list, policies already created for you. All these things are already done for you inside of the PLR products that I gave you. You can recreate them for yourself and then resell them after you learn all the things that you want, or you could just resell it and turn your braiding into a business. It teaches you the social media, going viral, all of the things that you need to know about braiding. I'm gonna let you finish the video, but I just wanted to stop you and let you know that this video is at your access with 2 other videos, one being the advertisement that I used to earn 6 figures, and then the other video is going to be 10 streams of income that you can make just from this one skill. Everything is linked below, and you can go and click this link, watch a video, and it's going to explain a little bit more about what's inside of the course. Let's get back. Number 6 is efficiency. Efficiency is automatically, when you are in the stage of setting up your booking site, always allow an extra 15 to 20 minutes in a time. Like if you feel like it's going to take you 2 hours to do the hair, put 2 hours and 15 minutes, or put 2 hours and 30 minutes, so that you give yourself enough time. If anybody got to go to the bathroom, if you just running a little bit slower today, if anything happens, you have an extra 15 to 30 minutes to stay on schedule. And being mindful, the more present you are in the day and not being on your phone. The only time that I answer my phone, or like if it's a quick call or a family member called me, I let them know like, hey, I'm busy. Or having an Apple Watch, that was also something that I did to make sure that, like, I'm like, is that something that I need to answer right now? Nope, I'll get back to it. And I made sure that I responded to everyone within 24 hours. This is my thought process. I'm not going to go to bed without responding to anyone. And the only time that I would literally pause doing hair is if a person was being serviced that day, or if someone is at the hair store and they needed my assistance to pick out some hair or something like that. Other than that, I'm not answering my phone. I'm not talking on the phone. If it's a client who's trying to book an appointment, I'll get back with them in less than 24 hours, because I have my booking site set up professionally for you to go ahead and book the appointment. So if you're having a little trouble or some difficulties, I apologize if somebody take that slot, but at the same time, I'm servicing someone who's paying me money, who's I want to go home on time, and I have clients coming in afterwards. This is also how you run braiding as a business. Number 7 on my list is giving them a great experience. This is taking all of these things that I'm talking about and just making sure that they have a great experience. Also, this kind of goes with the work comfortability, but also this is for great experience. A lot of times people are getting their hair done throughout the week. They work from their laptop. And so I was able to have my private studio where it was Wi-Fi, and they also could be on their laptop. I let them know like, hey, I'll turn my TV off, and if I wanted to listen to music, which I love the silence, right? I love being in silence. Sometimes it was cool to like listen in on their meetings or whatever, because I felt like I learned things from that moment. Just being present, right? Number 8, baby, do this from the beginning, and if you don't have it now, do it now. Today, tomorrow, today or tomorrow. No longer will you be operating without policies. This teaches people how to treat you. This teaches you how to treat your business. This makes sure that everybody know that this is a business. And the same way that your doctors say, if you run in 15 minutes behind, we may have to you're going to have to reschedule. Or if you're okay with them running 15 minutes behind and you decide that that's fine, fine. But you can also charge a fee. Having a policy has saved me so many times from having to argue with anyone. I've never had to argue with a person about anything related to my braiding business because I had a policy in place. My policy was very lenient because I had loyal clients and they respected me. I respected them. We had great communication. We had great experiences, everything, but there was a policy in place. And so my policy was, if you cancel within 24 hours of your appointment, like less than 24 hours of your appointment, you have to pay half price. Like, it's very strict. You have to pay half price of whatever your service is. If you do a no call, no show on me, you're paying 100% the fee. And so I have been paid 100% fee off of people doing no call, no shows. But even if they call me after they realize like I'm getting charged 100% and I didn't even come to my appointment, oh, so your phone do work. Oh, so you was just gonna not show up. My policy is if you hit me with a no call, no show, then you will be charged 100%. And I don't be all rude about it. I'll be like, if I have time for it to do their hair, I'll be like, you can still come right now because you're my last appointment. But I let them know if you can get here in 30 minutes, then I can service you. If not, then what I can do for you is I'll let you still come get your hair done, but it's going to cost you an extra $50. I'll put you back on my schedule, but like you'll be able to get the full service, but it'll cost you an extra $50, $25, even half of what you were supposed to pay in the beginning. Whatever it is, you decide what your policy is, but that's how I handled it because I'm like, dang, like I wouldn't want to pay $250 hairstyle. They got the $250. I didn't get the hairstyle. Now I'm calling because I needed that money. Well, you could come get it, but I'll charge you an extra $50 because I'm putting you back on my schedule on time where I could be servicing someone else, but I also could have had somebody in the chair when you had did a no call, no show on me. This is business. It's not personal. It's not personal. This is my business. My time is literally valuable. So that's how you handle that situation. When it comes to a policy, just make sure that you are being like reasonable. You don't have this whole list of things. Like if your policy is extra long and you got all these different things, I've had clients who told me, and you decide, right? Like you decide if it's for you, if it's not. If you don't care, then you don't care. You just do what you want to do. But I've had people say like they haven't booked with people because it's this long list of stuff that they got to do to prep their hair and do all of this stuff. And if it's not that, then it's this upcharge and that upcharge and this upcharge. Don't surprise people with a thing. Communication as well. If you notice that somebody has thicker hair, it's going to take longer time. You're going to have to charge more. You're going to have to use more product. Just let them know up front. Hey, before I start your hair, I didn't know that you had this much hair. So I can do your hair. I have the time to do your hair, but I'm going to be using more product and it's going to take me more time. So this is going to be an extra. Communication is key, baby. It's just key. Next is who you show up as. It goes with communication, right? What I have for this is I have in parentheses attract versus chase. We don't chase, we attract. The people that I would experience, their energy matched my energy. And I feel like that's why it was so good. Like it was such a good experience because I attracted the clients that I had, and very genuine people, good people, tipping me $50 and $100. I say who you show up as is because you are the business, but you also aren't the business. Like the things that go on at home and stuff like that, you aren't the business. Like no one knew I lived in my studio. Not one person knew what I was going through or anything. All they know is I just moved to California. Life is good. I'm a braider. How's your life? Watching good movies, watching good TV, listening to good music. The energy that I had put out, it was reciprocated back. Inside the recommendations, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth inside of what this is. Like I'm gonna go in depth about how to make sure that you are attracting the type of energy and the type of client retention behavior that Yeah, we're gonna go over that. The last thing that I have on the list of client retention goes kind of with the policies and stuff like that, but it's working with your client. So ask them questions, see what's going on with their hair. If they show you a picture of a style, make sure that they fully understand that style. And if they do have an emergency come up, literally communication. All of this is like, y'all are a team. Without them, there's no you. Without you, there's no them, right? So this is a partnership. As much as you're servicing them, they're paying you so for your time and paying you your price of what it is that you want. So if you have loyal clients and stuff like that, and they don't usually do certain things, but something comes up, you let them know. And let's just say that you have a client who do keep coming back, but they're always late, or they're always doing this, and they're, you just notice some things. They may come in smelling like something that you don't want them smelling like. Communicate with them, let them know what's going on, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So find out how you should say it. You have a relationship with them more than you may think, so let them know. All right, let's get into these recommendations, because this is keys, okay, to who you are and your business and all that good stuff. 1, offer water. Yes, water is essential. Even if you get like the little swig of water, buy some water and just keep water around, or that you are close to restaurants. Like, all that stuff matters. I know that DoorDash is everywhere, but yeah, water, snacks, etc. I put that on the list. If you do that, just buy stuff that you would eat. But water is essential. It's something that you could offer, and people appreciate that. The second thing, we talked about this a little bit, but being present. We can get up in our head, but the more present you are, the better your styles will look, because you really paying attention to what you're doing. And we could get very robotic about it because it's braiding, right? Like, it's very repetitive or whatnot. But if you stay present, this will allow client retention. It's about the energy that you're putting out. You're putting out that you're a present person. If you putting out an energy that you're not present, your whole business is literally a representation that you're not even present here. You're doing it, but you're not present. The way that you take care of the hair, you got to be present. If you're not, and you sitting there thinking about what's going on at home and how somebody made you mad, like, you sitting there and you taking it out on that person's hair. You braiding all hard and stuff, and yanking their hair and sitting there texting, because you're not present. If you get present, your energy is going to bring those clients, and they're going to stick with you. Number 3 on the list of recommendations, set goals on paper. I understand we can have thoughts like, I want to make this much money, or I got this coming up and I want to do this, and I want this many clients, and I want to do better, and this, that, and third. But when you write down your goals, you were very clear about them, and it just kind of like put it at the forefront of your mind, and things happen that's unexpected that you just did not know. Like, let me give an example of a time that I had set goals. I wanted to make X amount of dollars a week. And with that, I put that on paper. And you would think that, like, okay, well, she got to do this many clients. Well, what happened was, I didn't do that many clients. I ended up getting tips, products and stuff started selling. I had little things that somebody be like, hey, can you come do this real quick? I'll pay you X amount of dollars. Or like, I scratch a lottery ticket. You just never know. But I would hit that goal every single week. So yeah, setting daily, weekly, monthly goals on paper works. Number 4 is the book that I was telling y'all to read, The Go-Giver. I'm just now reading this book. It's 2024, November of 2024, and I am just now reading this book. But when I'm reading this book, and I'm not even all the way through it, so I can't tell you everything that it's about, but what I can tell you is that I've been smiling ear from ear reading this book, because it is literally everything that I did to earn 6 figures in my business. The book talks about what it really takes to retain people, to be a magnet to people, or to just get what you want in this world. Like, you go be the go-giver. Next on the list is meditation, prayer, inviting God into your business daily. That's self-explanatory. Meditation creates an opportunity for you to be present throughout the day, because you have already thought about all of the things and realized what's important, and you have prayed about the things that you want to come about. You prayed about your troubles, and you prayed about the tribulations, and you prayed about the business to fluctuate. You prayed over your clients, you prayed over your business. You have asked God to be with you on a daily, so when you go into that business, you feel it. You there, you understand it. And then next on the list, I have workout. Momentum. Move your body around, stretch, take walks, take baths, just take care of yourself, right? Because this is definitely a situation or a circumstance that takes a lot of you. It takes a lot of you to be there and to be equipped to maintain. So working out, reading, eating properly, everything, planning your life out. What are you going to eat while you're working? Are you going to eat something light? All of that stuff. What you consume, music, all of those things, the people you're around, everything has an effect on your business because you are the business. This is the last recommendation that I have, is to show up early to set the tone. When you show up early, you could play some worship music. You could go ahead and add movies and stuff to your list. You should have a playlist that is played inside of the salon, not just music that you like, right? You gotta be mindful. You may be a woman, but you service men and you just listen to all types of woman type of music. I don't know what type of music, but you just wanna make sure that you have universal feel good music that's just like make a person feel good, and be mindful of the colors of your studio, or be mindful of the like work environment, because my room was orange. This is feedback from clients. I asked them too. I asked them like, what is it that make you keep coming back, or what is it, stuff like that. You can ask those type of questions, communicate, and find out what you need to do about your business. Like, let's talk about it. My studio was orange, and my clients literally told me, they was like, yo, like when I come in here, I literally just feel uplifted. And I remember when I was picking out the color of my studio, I was laying there and I was thinking about it and I was thinking about it. I was like, I want people to feel uplifted. And so to hear it come out of somebody's mouth that they felt uplifted when they come inside my room was everything. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I really hope that this information was valuable to you and that it helps you along your way with your client retention, because these are all the things that I have put into my business and I have seen great return on it. All right, I will catch you in the next video, or if this is the last video, may God bring all things to life inside your business and make you grow and turn you into the person that you envision, and you keep going, because exactly what you're doing right now is exactly what's going to take your business to the next level. Peace and love.